If you see into my notebook, then you can see that in October 2025, I promised that something that I never imagined that could happen. So I promised myself that if I came able to transfer to the university, then I'm gonna spend 2 hours each day for 3 years straight consistently for my career and my dream. And I found that it's something that I had to work right now. My number one priority is my academic. So nothing more important than that because I have to protect my visa status. Otherwise, nothing will be worthwhile because I'm in a F1 status. So for the 3 years, because since I'm not good at academic, I have to have this three academic strategy, and I got this strategy into my mind because I know my schedule and I know how busy I am. I know how much I could do. So here I prioritize more on the consistency rather than the intensity. I could show much more effort in the first few days, and I could go into the kind of zones where my motivation would fade after a few days. And I don't want to be in that zone. So my strategy is going slow to go fast. According to this slide, Acebooks says that. So because consistency is what lead, that lead us to the success, whatever the goal we have. So my 3 years of 3 years of goal is to be successful at academic level, because after that day I have to find a job. There is no other option other than that, because within 3 years, if I don't develop the useful skill that is valuable to the marketplace, that is valuable to the major industry that I'm studying right now, then it is not worthwhile spending my time here in the United States. So actually, I need to get serious. I need to get serious every single day. I have to spend time on my academic. I have to spend time on developing my real life skills. Otherwise, spending time on this journey, this doing all these things has no value. So when I came to the United States, I doesn't I didn't think about doing these things. But I go as long as I go to this journey, going through these phases, I have to do it even though I don't like it, no? And I believe this is a season, this is a phase that I have to go through. This is the test that I have to pass. Otherwise, no other way than this. So, my 3 years of strategy, 3 years of blueprint that I'm sharing. So, to have that daily reminder, I have made this kind of prompts to the ChatGPT, and it will remind me. It has organized my plan. It has gave the blueprint, so I could not so I could focus for the whole year, for whole 3 years, until I get graduate. And it is important because without blueprint, without having structure, I could uh, I could get distracted to the another work. I could, lose my focus for this rest of the years, because I have been always walking without priority. I have always walked, like dabbling from one place to another, switching the tasks, not staying at one thing at a time long enough. But this time, the thing has to change. Otherwise, the result will be the same that I'm facing right today also. Today is 26 January 2026, and this year would be the year of breakthrough, a breakthrough of my own habits, a breakthrough of bad the old patterns that I always carried out in my entire life. And I realized these kinds of strategy when I was driving. When I started driving on the highway, on the very first day when I go to the university, that was 155 miles away from that. I was thinking that how could I go, even though I know I I can have a little experience of driving, but I don't have that confidence because I don't know about the route. So I got a friend, and who who shows me the path through the maps, and driving was very easy for me. And at that time I realized that how important the map is, how important the having that kind of blueprint, having kind of that maps is important. So similarly, like in driving, I need to have that strategy. I need to have that blueprint of 3 years. Where am I going? What am I doing every single day? What is my goal? I need to have that clear vision. Otherwise, I gonna get lost every single day. I'll lose every hour of my day. So without having that kind of deeper prioritization in my daily work, I would be distracted. So I have made this 3 years of strategy. So basically we can also imagine something like this, like without having blueprint, no bigger mansion can be made, no bigger things can be made. Everything has a blueprint before it is building, before it's built. Okay, something like that. If we have to have that extraordinary result that we never imagined, we have to have that strategy. So how thing is done, that is strategy, and the main thing is applying it every single day. And my system of strategy should not be like the heavy thing, because as a student we have to have that. As a full-time student we have to work also. We have to have that, have what to say, full-time study, long hour shifts, and except that we have to focus on our personal growth also. So every single day my daily routine looks something like this. Whenever there is a bad day, I have to do 25 minutes of study. On the normal day 60 minutes enough, and in the good day like 90 to 125 minutes. And just like the James Clear says, never miss twice in a row. One day of miss is might be seen as a mistake, but 2 days of miss is the forming of another habit. So what can I focus on this year? I'm gonna focus on the assignment with deadlines exta- exam tested material core concepts only, not more than that. So what would my identity look like? I will be like a kind of person who shows up even when life is hard. So this would be my identity, a kind of person who shows up even the life get hard. So when I go through this journey, i'm just I'm not only accomplishing the goal, I'm not graduating the person, but I would become kind of person who shows up when the days are hard, a person who is consistent, a person who is the man of word. So from today, as I always promised to myself, again I'm gonna promise to myself, so I could follow this process for the 3 year. Otherwise, I will remain defocused. So what is my promise? I choose repeatedly over intensity. I choose progress over pressure, and I will do this for as long as it take. So I think. So lastly, I want to say I'm an international student who is building a stable future for myself, to my family, and my priority is graduating successfully, protecting my visa, creating long-term leverage. See you tomorrow, man.